Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about 90 Day Fiance. Geoffrey Paschel gives Varya scary vibes, plus Usman news, plus a recap review of last night's episode. Okay guys, let's hop right into it. I'm really loving this season of Before the 90 Days. I mean, they are giving me tons, okay? Tons of things to talk about. So let's start with Usman and Lisa. Okay, so this morning I woke up and I had 3 videos in my email someone had sent me of Usman. And it was one of the videos was the full length video of the song that he wrote for Lisa, not a snippet, the entire video. Now I'm gonna assume Usman sent this video because who would send me that? I mean, if it was you, Usman, thank you. I really appreciate it a lot. I mean, no, okay, I gotta be real. Why are you sending me this song, Usman? I don't like the song. I've expressed my opinion, okay? I don't like the song. And then the whole entire video? What are you trying to do to me? No. Now, I'm not a hater, Usman. Just because I don't like the song doesn't mean anyone else doesn't like the song. I would play the song, but I can't because of copyright infringement. And I don't want my whole channel taken down over your one song that I don't like. Listen, that's not going to make me like the song anymore by singing the full version. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just being real, but I do like you. I think you have tons of personality and you've gotten yourself into some mess, okay? Because personally, I don't think you're feeling Lisa like that. I feel bad for Lisa because this is going to be a horrible breakup. Now, you guys know the video I just did before this, allegedly the couple has split. I mean, and I have a feeling she's not going to take this easy. This is going to be a bad breakup. But that's getting ahead of the game. What happened on last night's episode? Well, more people tried to warn Lisa that this does not sound like a good idea and that he could be using you. Now, I'm not saying that he is. I mean, 99% sure that he is, but there's always that 1%. So, people are being so rude. Just say, I don't think this will work out. But anyway, people tried to warn her. She's not hearing it. She plans on going to Nigeria anyway. And in this episode, she was upset because Usman didn't put her in the video or a Lisa lookalike. He put another Nigerian woman. She ended up asking him to cut the scenes out. He did. He took them out. And she says to the camera that she plans on being more involved in his music career. Okay, now, I thought you needed to know something about music to be more involved, but okay, I guess you don't have to. Now, one of the ironic things is one of the videos that was sent to me is Lisa's friend from last week promoting Usman, saying how he's about to blow up in the U.S.
Good.
All right, so you need to hook up with Soulja Boy because he's going to be huge in the States soon. We're going to bring him to northern United States and we're going to make him a big star. And he will probably be performing somewhere near you, but make sure you watch for his videos.
Yeah.
He is? Okay, I mean, if you say so. Okay, I guess we all better be prepared. Usman's coming to the U.S. and he's about to take over people. According to Lisa and her friend. Not according to me. It's going to take a lot for you to win me over because I already have a Soulja Boy. Didn't I tell you? I like our Soulja Boy. I've been loving him for years. He has that pretty boy swag. You can't beat that song. So, no, I'm sorry, Usman. I still like our Soulja Boy. But you keep trying, okay? Sounds like you might lead to good things for you. In the meantime, I don't know how you're going to get rid of Lisa. This is going to be bad. But let's move on. Now let's talk about Geoffrey Paschel. Listen. Week number 2, people. Week number 2, still, he has not mentioned his past. He just kind of glossed over it this episode. He said that he did a lot of things in his past that he wasn't proud of. No. That's not good enough. You have to talk up. He didn't mention the drug possession back in the day with the intent to sell. He didn't mention that. He didn't mention all the times that he stole from people like Home Depot. He didn't mention of that. But who cares about that? That is his past. He didn't mention his current charges, okay? Which is scary. Like, how long are we going to drag this out? 90-Day Fiance. Okay, so he didn't mention the current charges of kidnapping. No mention of kidnap. He didn't. Did you forget you kidnapped somebody? Okay, he didn't mention the domestic assault, the vandalism, the interference with the emergency calls. He didn't mention that he repeatedly slapped his or banged his ex-girlfriend's head against the wood floors. I guess he forgot all that. I mean, or is he leading up to it? And like I say in every video, it really shocked me because he looks so normal. He looks like one of us. Intel, if you saw this week's episode, he finally made his way over to Russia to visit Varya. It was the weirdest meeting ever, okay? I'm not kidding you people. He turned into like freaky Jason from Friday the 13th. He turned into creepy Jason. Like, it was a weirdness there, okay, that she picked up on. She was like, wow, this is weird. You know how, like, I'll explain it this way. Like, your mom always tells you don't get in cars with strangers, and then one day you decide, a good friend of yours is going to take you home, and you get in the car anyway, and then he locks the door, and you go, oh my God, something's not right. That's what it was this week on last night's episode. It was like, I finally seen the creepiness in him coming out a little bit. His whole face demeanor changed. He's a really weird guy. But I guess we gotta wait another week till he talks about how he likes to beat women. So, okay, but I'll be there. I'm just wondering and curious how they're gonna introduce this to the audience and to Varya. Forget the audience. Like, if the guy I'm trying to date, now let's be real. She's dating him to get out of Russia. She said it in this episode. She said Siberia was her home country, and she came there to Russia to make something out of herself, and now she looked up and met an American. You met the wrong American, okay? You'll find out sooner or later, I'm hoping. Or is 90-Day Fiance just going to ride this out and not mention that he's a wife beater? He beat his 2 previous wives and his girlfriend. Cuckoo, okay? But I will be watching to see how this plays out. Let's move on to another couple. Next, let's talk about Mayonnaise Ed and the Rose storyline. I call him Mayo Ed because most people like mayonnaise on their sandwiches. Not Big Ed. He likes it in his hair. I mean, don't they have a Sally's in San Diego? I'm sure you could have found a nice deep conditioner that would have gave you the same results. But, you decided to go with mayonnaise instead. Okay, if you say so, but listen. Mayonnaise is the least of his problems. In this episode, people continue to tell him that this relationship with Rose doesn't sound like a good idea. Not only that, this episode, Rose's sister asked Mayo Ed to borrow money, okay? And he was afraid that Rose could be in on this plot to get money from him. And, you got to listen to your instincts, Mayo Ed. You really do. Of course she's a part of it. They're using you for your money. But everyone tries to tell you that. Your friends tried to tell you. Your daughter quit talking to you just to prove a point. Now, the good thing that came out of this is even though Mayo Ed insisted in going to the Philippines, his daughter did finally return his call right before he got on the plane. That is a good sign. And I have a feeling that after Ed and Rose break up, because come on, it is what it is. This relationship is not going to last. At least his daughter will be there to console him. And Mayo Ed, stop forcing relationships. It's not going to work. You're always going to have bad luck. It has to come naturally. I mean, it is what it is. Now let's move on to the next couple. So they showed Darcy and Tom this week. Now, we all know in real time that these two are no longer a couple. And on this week's episode, Darcy talked to Tom to schedule an appointment so they can meet up face to face. And she had a feeling that she's going to get dumped like Jesse did. And she asked him, just dump me now. This is really sad. Just do it now. Just do it now. And he said, no, I'd rather talk face to face. You know you're about to get dumped, Darcy. It's like Darcy knows what's happening, but then she goes into denial. It is what it is. This couple does not make it. We all know that. So we'll watch him dump her. But in real time, I have a feeling we're still going to see Darcy because she's dating a new guy, a new foreigner. He's from Bulgaria, and his name is Georgie. So I'm sure we'll see her next episode or next season with Georgie because, the camera loves Darcy. I love Darcy too. I mean, she's got a screw loose, but, she's great entertainment. But this week, she scheduled the appointment to get dumped. That's what's going to happen, to meet up with Tom, who looks different, by the way. Now he's like, stick figure Tom. But, it is what it is. Let's move on to the next couple. Next, let's talk about the Yolanda and Williams with the S. You got to put the S on the end. The Yolanda and Williams storyline. Okay, so this week, Yolanda goes to make plane reservations at the ASP Manchester Airport. Now, this is the airport that Williams told her to buy the tickets, but the airport doesn't exist, okay? So we all know she's about to get catfished, and it's kind of sad because she is like really sweet. But here's the good news: when you realize that Williams with the S doesn't exist, at least she has her family. It seems like they really love her and really will rally around her and support her, which she's going to need because she's definitely being catfished. Now let's move on to the last couple. Next we have Avery and Ash. Okay, in this episode, Ash tells Avery that his son Taj mother is okay with Taj coming and perhaps staying long-term in the U.S. We have to remember this lie, people. I guarantee you no mother is okay with their son going overseas for long periods of time. I mean, maybe a little vacation, 2 weeks max. That's my cutoff point. But like to go live in the U.S. and I don't say anything about it. So, that doesn't sound right there. But of course, it makes perfect sense to Avery. Then this episode, she tells her family that she does have a boyfriend in Australia that she met on Instagram. And they were kind of concerned. They were like, why do you have to go so far to meet someone that you don't know? Is this a good idea? And of course she says, yes, it's a great idea. So, if she was any smarter, then she wouldn't be on 90 Day Fiance. Is that bad? I'm just saying. I mean, we have to have some people to give us storylines. Might as well be Avery instead of me. But, I'm loving this season. They really stepped up their game. It's very entertaining, and I'm loving it. Okay, you guys, so that's my recap review of 90 Day Fiance. What I want to know today in my comment section is, who else saw Geoffrey's dark side this episode? Or am I just being paranoid because I know about his past? And number 2, who thinks Usman has a hit song on his hands? Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you next video. Bye.